Welcome back. Having reliable access to the internet has become more than just a convenience. It's more like a necessity as many of us work from home while our kids are remote learning. Joining us this morning with some great family tech tips, Michelle Gilbert from Comcast and Xfinity. Good morning, Michelle. Great to see you again.
Good morning. It's great to be with you.
I got to be honest, it happened to me yesterday. We're doing remote learning with my daughter. I got to get ready for work on Monday, and my Wi-Fi just goes out. It only was out for like a minute or two. But boy, that feeling when you don't have access to the internet, especially in these times, it's a kind of a game changer. Talk about how we can get that reliable access.
Yeah, no, you know what? You're 100% right. We're relying on the technology in our homes more than ever before. And so it's become increasingly important. And there are a few things that we can do to help manage it and make sure that at least some of those disruptions don't happen as often. And I would say that the single most important thing to pay attention to is where is your router and modem placed. You really want it in the center of the home. If you have a multi-level home, you want it on the main level because what you want is for that signal to be able to travel as far and wide as possible to reach as many rooms as possible.
Now, I've done that in our home. We do have 3 levels. So the main level has in the middle of the home, the router, but we were still having some trouble getting it in the basement back guest room or up in the playroom on the top floor. So we had to get some of those, and we talked about these last time we got to see you in person. Those Wi-Fi extenders. Talk about those.
Yeah, the X-Fi pods.
Yeah.
So for our customers, our Xfinity customers, we have this extender that's called X-Fi pods. We sell them in packs of 3 or 6. Most houses, unless you're in a very, very large home, 3 pods is plenty. And what they do is they extend the signal within the home. So as all of us are, or many of us are working from home, a lot of our kids are learning from home, we're using space in our homes that maybe we didn't rely on before in the way we are now. So whether it's your basement or that hard to reach bedroom in the corner of the home, being able to literally plug these pods in, it expands the signal. And even if you're not an Xfinity customer, there are plenty of network extenders on the market. I would recommend calling your internet service provider and finding out which one is the right fit that will help you.
And let's talk about some of the hardware and software things that people should be looking at. You got to make sure your cables are tight. I mean, there's some pretty basic things that you can do to make sure that internet's coming through.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about tighten cables first, because that is such an easy one that so many of us, including myself, have overlooked in the past. We don't think about it, but the cable that's plugged into the wall has to be tight, and it's really easy for you and I to check on our own. You just need to see if you can tighten it any further, and if you can, that means that it wasn't tight enough. If you can't, you're golden. Now, if you're saying, but Michelle, I never moved my router, it's where you set it up. It's amazing how many things can loosen that cable just over time. It might get bumped during cleaning. One of your children may have tripped over a cord and that has loosened it a little bit. So check your cables, make sure they're tightened, because while a loose cable won't knock your internet out altogether, it could impact the signal or the speeds that you're getting.
Absolutely.
And then you had asked about software. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're just low on time, Michelle, and I understand that software updates are important too. We want to make sure we get this information out at Xfinity.com, because I know that you guys have, people might want to consider their speed plans too, and you have some great levels of different speed plans where you get like 100 megabyte or more sent to your home. Let's get people to Xfinity.com for more information, or one of those 3 stores. You got Granville, there's one on East Beltline, you got Harvey Street in Muskegon. Great places to go to make sure you and your family have access to that internet. Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You bet.